There's that one going. The other machine's running. Okay. Set up here. Nearly there on the technical side. And have a look. Make sure that's fine. Righty, I think we're ready. It's going to get the presentation up now. Where is it going? Here it is. Okay. So, welcome to Opening to Your Flow of Abundance. This is a free Divine Healing webinar. I'm Nicolas Ngan of the Centre for Conscious Ascension. I'll say a little formal bit first, for those who are going to hit this cold later on in YouTube. Are you here to do something very special for the world? I can't rely on the universe to give you what you need when you need it. Okay, this is a webinar on building trust in the flow. Yeah. So this free live group healing webinar is to gracefully accelerate the healing of the fear of stepping into the life you really desire, so you can quicken the process of letting go, opening to the flow of abundance, and delivering your gift of service to the world. This is what this is about. Okay, so I'd like to hear from you guys what brought you here, and then I can it gives me an idea of how to shape the flow of the webinar. So if you want to speak, just wave at me, hand up. Someone else has put the hand up here. Hang on. Okay, Monica. So
hi, Nicolas. Can you hear me?
yeah, just say yes to being a panelist, then you can come into the main panelist room, and then you'll be able to switch the video on. There you go.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Hi.
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Oh, perfect. Okay, awesome. Yeah, because I had a trouble with my camera and my voice, so I can put my camera now. Thank you.
Okay, we got you now. You're here now. Good. All right. So welcome, guys. Let me just turn my mobile phone down. Still on here.
Can I just say, Nicolas, I'm not feeling terribly well, so I don't know how long I'll last.
Do your best, Connie. Even if you just hang out in the background, it's fine. You get the transmission, which I think will help. It's entirely up to you.
I'll try. I'm in a lot of pain today.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay. So, who would like to just introduce themselves, say your name, where you come from, and what brought you here, and what you need? So we're setting collective intention here for this webinar. Lavinia?
Hello, I'm Lavinia and I live in Essex. I've done quite a lot of divine healing, but I'm here basically to reconnect, and I just need a boost in my financial abundance flow.
Okay. All right. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. So, okay. All right. Okay, and you guys who just arrived, just a sec, Jenny, Adam, Sarah, and Upasana, if you just want to come, if you want me to move you from the attendee room to the panelist room where you can switch on the video, it's purely optional. Just put your electronic hand up in the middle and I'll move you over. A little pop-up will come and you say yes to that. Or you can just hang out there. You can speak from there, but we won't be able to switch the video on, or you can just message me, okay? So, Jenny.
Hi, everyone. I live in Denver. I know Lavinia for some reason, and I don't remember where, but I joined Divine Healing with one of your students, Nicolas, and everybody said, oh, I felt so much great and everything is wonderful. To be honest, I didn't feel that. And it's usually because I want to know the back end of how these things work. So I joined your seminar because I really want to know how is this working, how this work, what's the, I don't know. I just don't understand how this work and I want to know a little bit more about it.
Well, all will be revealed. Jenny, just hang on here. I'll explain. All right, who's next?
I'll go next.
Connie, closer to
My
home.
name is Connie. I've known Nicolas for a very long time, and only recently reconnected with him. And he told me about this. So I've not been terribly well, confined to bed for 7 months. I woke up one morning, I couldn't move my legs. And it's muscle fatigue. So my wish for abundance is not really just for money, it's really for people. I have people who I was longing for company, I was very lonely. And I have company, but all people have to pay to look after me because I can't look after myself. And I used to be very independent, and I want my independence to come back abundantly, and my mobility, which I'm working on, and people. So to see where I go from there. So that's me.
Okay, thanks, Connie. All right, who's next?
Shall I go next?
We'll have you, Alexandra, then Svetlana.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alexandra. I'm Romanian, but I live in London for a long time, like 15 years, I think. I first came across soul contract readings in the summer, and since then it stood with me. And I've experienced a lot of, let's say, modalities to connect with the divine, like channeling, different kind of therapies, like internal family systems, like in the holistic area, let's say. So yes, now I feel like I'm ready to step up into my role, and this is my first time here, and I'm very excited about being part of this group.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Svetlana.
Hi everyone. I'm usually from Croatia, but I'm still in the Netherlands currently. I'm here because I would like to do the training that I am luckily starting this week for soul contract reading. And yeah, I'm here, as it said in the description about abundance and flow. I think I really need it because there's been too many challenges and too much stress that I know interfered with me getting what I want and having it more easily. So yes, I'm excited to be here today.
Okay, thank you. All right, who's next? Monica, do you want to?
Yeah, I think so.
Share?
It's me. Yeah, speaking, it's my thing. I think so. I'm from Mexico, but I'm living in New York for a long, long time. I think so, like 13 years. I came here by synchronicities, to be honest. I received my reading like a couple weeks ago, and when I was reading, I was like blow my mind. And I have been in my spiritual path since 2016, and I'm a master healer. I can't stop like learning. It's just like I'm a seeker of truth. And what I'm here because I'm ready to receive whatever it's ready for me. I just like open to receive and let it
Come
go.
closer to the computer a bit because you're breaking up a little bit. Just say the last sentence again. The reason you're here.
It's just like stepping into my purpose.
Okay.
Stepping in whatever is, yeah. stepping into my power.
Okay.
And whatever is holding me back is just like I'm ready to release.
Okay.
Because I have been afraid of that.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Upasana, do you want to say hi and let us know where you are and your intention for this?
Yes. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, everyone. I am currently in India. I did join last of your calls, but unfortunately, I couldn't follow through that time because I was traveling. And the reason that I'm here today is because I have been following you for a while. I've read your book and I've gone through the soul contract, and I'm very, very inclined to understand where my own path and mission lies. I've been trying to search for it. I know that my journey ahead is very fruitful and full of learning, but I'm not able to start anywhere. Like, I'm very confused as to how to begin on this journey. And I'm hoping to get some insights uh, with everybody's experience and your guidance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, anyone else? Like in the attendee room, you can just put your hand up and switch your mic on, or just put it in the chat. I'll read it out. Only if you want to, though. It just adds to the mix here. Or you can just hang out in the background. No, you guys are okay? All right. Okay, so let us explain what divine healing is. Some of you are very curious. So we're going to explain what it is briefly, and then the main thing is we're going to experience some directly. So then you'll know from direct experience what this is about. Okay, so what is divine healing? Okay. Divine healing is a multidimensional system whose purpose is to open to grace, which provides a simple and quick, profound, and accurate set of healing tools which can be used on yourself and on others. It came from a need from Almira Aro and I. She founded the center with me. We needed to clear our really heavy issues around empowerment or disempowerment with spiritual karmic nines. For those of you familiar with the soul contract work, this is how it started. And she spent a lot of time researching different healing modalities around the world and trying to find the really strong ones. We found a few, and she sort of went to the teachers who were involved and asked them if they would teach her to teach it, and they weren't so keen on that idea. And the result of that was that she worked with Roshan and Mary, as they were known at the time, colleagues of ours, who were kinesiologists, top kinesiologists in the UK, and Amira was a top doctor in Ireland. And they channeled through divine healing starting in about 2005. And the first level of divine healing was ready to be taught in 2006. Basically, Source answered their question for a very powerful healing tool to dissolve the human ego, to take our ego onion here, because the higher self designed us, built us, it also knows how to dismantle this ego onion. So basically, it allows our ego to be peeled with grace and love and ease, layer by layer, to get down to the original flame of consciousness, the pure love of the soul. Okay? And many different races of beings and many different levels, dimensional levels, contributed towards divine healing, which is quite different to a lot of other healing modalities which come from one particular school of learning in the higher dimensions. And so they put together level one, and the first one was taught, and it had a profound experience on those who came for it. We had about 20 or 30 people the first time, something like that. Or it might have been high teens, I can't remember. It was a lot of people. and it changed our lives radically. And I've been using it ever since. I had a very, I have one of the strongest egos our married ever seen, and it gradually dissolved it. I used it every day after that to free myself of some really dire karmic programs, and it's enabled me to create this global healing business as a result. So that's how it started. And the idea of divine healing, the principle is ask and you shall receive. It's about aligning to the higher self and then feeling your way through to the programming on whatever layer of the ego onion is trying to present itself. Okay? And if you can feel it, you can heal it. And so what happens is this. I'm going to jump around these diagrams a little bit. We have requirements for healing are a willingness, desire, and courage to heal, and being prepared to bring feeling consciousness to the program, which is the big red circle here. Okay? Because if you can bring feeling consciousness to it and expand your breathe into this, which is what we're going to do in the experiential part shortly. If you can feel it, for example, feel the fear of stepping into the life you really desire, because what you feel, you can heal. And all the soul wants us to do is to overcome the ego's resistance to us feeling our many layers of programming created by the soul contract. For those of you not familiar with the soul contract, it's basically the set of frequencies created by the sound of your name. It's been with you since you were conceived that creates your reality in each moment. And if you can feel it as much as possible, and then you can ask the higher self, once you've felt enough of it, you can give what's called a command code, which we're going to do. You can then transmute it, and the program is gone. And it's very powerful in that sometimes you can't even remember what you just cleared because it's just erased off the ego's hard disk. It's just a program. But the ego is sort of aware that we could get hold of these tools. So what it does is this, it puts up this layer of protection. I'll make that line a bit thicker. Yeah. Puts up this layer, this turquoise layer of frozenness to stop us getting at the programming. Because what you can't feel, you can't heal. Okay? So then what we need to do, because it's trying to keep us separate from God, what we do then is that we basically gently bring feeling consciousness to the resistance or the defense mechanisms. Okay? And in our group, when we teach divine healing, it's a very powerful love bubble. It's a very powerful space of group energy. We gently dissolve the ego's defenses, and we can then move into feeling these programs and clear them. And then the next layer of programming comes up. Okay, so that's the principle of divine healing, but and the way it's designed is to get our approach in lots of different ways. There are many different programs we have that make us human. Okay, so overall, the purpose of it is to help you reconnect to spirit at all levels. Because what happens is that we come to Earth like this. Whoops. You are here in the third dimension in your Earth suit. Initially, when we're born, we can feel like this is all there is. This supposedly solid reality, and there's nothing else. But actually, within us is our soul. The soul comes from Source. The source is in the 12th dimension. This is Great Spirit, Mother, Father, God, whatever you want to call it. And what happened was that we have a sense of separation from that source. And the purpose of divine healing is to open up channel to reconnect to the higher dimensional parts of us. The next dimension up is the astral plane, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension, sixth dimension, seventh, eighth, ninth. So you might be wondering, well, how did I get so far from source, from home? Because we all come from source. What happened? And we've forgotten how we got here, deliberately. And what happened is that source wanted to know itself better. And rather than thinking about it, which it did a lot of initially, apparently, it realized I have to feel all the different aspects of myself. So basically, it gave an out breath, and it densified itself, parts of itself, from the 12th to the 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, all the way down to the third dimension. And there's a little bit of source in us, and that's the soul. And what it's wanting to do is live through us, through all of the experiences we have, to see if we can get all the way back home. And that's the purpose of life, really. And we each ascend in a specific way, raising in consciousness to get back to source. And that's the purpose of divine healing, to dissolve all that you think you are and become one with source again. And how you do that's your free will choice. Okay, that's the nature of being human. Mother, Father, God gives us the choice to ascend in whatever way we wish. And that can be a very. A few more guys have joined. Okay, so Khadija and Sarah, if you want to come into the main room, you can just click on the little. Just trying to get this thing to work. Not allowing me to. It's not allowing me to do that. We'll leave it. You can message me or just switch your mic on if you want to talk. So we have free will choice on going back to source. You can sit there and do nothing, or you can do an awful lot. And that's the gift we get from God, the free will choice to how to get home. And in that way, Great Spirit God learns from every experience we have. We are the creator creating. That's actually what we are. Okay? This is the purpose of life on this planet and many other planets. Okay? So now you understand the structure, hopefully, of what's going on. What does divine healing enable you to do? It enables you to heal deeply, completely, and easily the fundamental underlying programming that creates your present life in each moment. So you can become a master of your life. What that means is that you become master of the ego. You basically dissolve it with love so that you become eventually the walking, talking expression of the soul rather than being at the mercy of the ego. We all know what that's like. That's not much fun. And as you dissolve the ego, the soul becomes more powerful in expression, and the ego becomes less powerful. You start to experience more love, joy, fun, and aliveness. Yeah. Just trying to get these other guys joining us. Here it is. Yeah. And you can develop and fully live your dreams, reconnect to your true essence, and deliver your gift of service to the world. Okay? And open to the flow of abundance. So basically, abundance doesn't come from this reality, okay? And abundance doesn't just mean money. It means people, ideas, all the good things, the flow of nature. So it doesn't come from this reality at all, because this is the third dimensional hologram. It's a third dimensional projection of consciousness. And what's happening is that up here, energy is projected down from your higher self. It created you in the first place. So to create abundance, you've basically got to get clear enough emotionally here and to be able to tap into the higher consciousness part of you to draw the abundance down through you. It doesn't come from here or here, from all these other people or things, objects in the reality. We may think it does, and that's why people spend a lot of time pulling from each other or stealing energy from each other, trying to get abundance. But if we can get emotionally clear enough, which is the purpose of divine healing, and punch a holes through this interference zone of astral beings in the lower part of the fourth dimension, then abundance starts to flow through you. So it's actually coming from the higher part of you, really. But we tend to believe initially that it has to come from outside us, which is actually not the case. If you bring this abundance through you, if you bring whatever's in divine order through you, the matrix here will rearrange around and create whatever you desire, if it's in divine order of the soul. Okay. So the key is to get yourself emotionally clearer, and then good things start turning up. Because the journey of clearing yourself means you become more worthy, or you trust more in this case, things to come, and then it will turn up. It does take time. Okay, because the learning of the soul comes from overcoming these barriers to abundance in this case. So, we are here to grow lotuses out of the mud of our karmic patterns, which come in with our soul contract. And so the way we look at it with divine healing is everything is one, because it is. It's just one great soul having this experience. We're all part of the same soul. We just are in different bodies. We appear to be separate, looking at each other on Zoom, but actually we're not. So the idea is to dive into the mud of separation. This could be our unworthiness to receive the flow, our lack of trust, whatever emotional separation is in there, and to bring consciousness to the mud and then transmute it into the lotuses, into the good things you want in life. Could be a better life. Okay? Could be, if I say Connie said she wants more companionship, it's going to move from isolation into companionship. Okay? So the key is to dive into the mud and be okay with it. Bring consciousness to it. We're going to do a little bit of this later. And then transmute it, and then replace it with a new program of growing the lotuses we desire in life. So let's talk about the three primary separation programs we as humans have. When we're born, three core programs are triggered in every human in different mixes and in a unique way. We're feeling that we are abandoned by God. We feel unworthiness to be loved by God. We mistrust God, and this is the one we're going to work on today. Okay. And the other webinars we do are based upon these concepts here. All right. So more easily said than done. More easily said than done. So what does the human ego actually do when one of these programs triggers? Well, I'll show you. Most people go into avoidance. They don't want to feel their negative programming, which doesn't get you anywhere. You get pretty stuck, as you can see from most people. As we wake up as light workers, there's about 200 million of us on Earth. Okay. Initially, we may feel bad. We just do this naturally. We can feel bad about having this program. We may judge it, like, oh, I shouldn't have that program. I'm more advanced than that, and yeah, I feel bad for you still having it. But those two feelings, those two energies, actually lock the program down. So the idea here is to resonate, turn into the program and resonate with it and own it. Bring feeling consciousness to it and find its origin, because the more we can track it down and the more feeling consciousness we have, the easier it is to dissolve. Okay? With divine healing, which is what we're going to do. All right, so let's do a little direct experience of this. Any questions on that so far before we go any further on that process? Has that clarified what divine healing is?
So is it through sound or like I still don't understand the dynamics. I understand now that we are dissolving the ego and try to reconnect to the source of God. But is it just like a meditation? Are we connecting through source directly? Is it like our words are the sound or the, I don't know, vibration of energy or music?
It's I've already aligned you to your higher selves. All our higher selves are having a chat. It started before the lecture workshop started, and we're going to actually give you a direct experience of it. So it's about, the first step is to become conscious and feel what the issue is. Take your awareness into it, Jenny, and feel as much as you can. And then once you've felt enough of it, then we ask the higher self to clear it. That's the principle of divine healing. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll also replace whatever program was there with something else. Because the ego doesn't really care what's on its hard disk, as long as there's something. So we basically take out what we don't like, which has been causing trouble in our lives, and we put in the good stuff. We reprogram it. And the ego doesn't really care whether it's a negative program or positive program. As long as it's got something running, it's happy enough. It doesn't know the difference, really. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Does that help?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. I was just not clear how, but you just explained it that it's the higher self, and then you're just refocusing, or by, I don't know, it's like a little alchemical. We just refocus and another thing by bringing awareness to
Yeah,
what
we're
is
bringing
stopping
feeling
us.
awareness to whatever programs come up to the surface. The ego has a certain order in which it wants to transmute our ego programs to get back to God. That's what it's trying to do. Okay.
That's perfect. I understand now. Thank you.
Got it now? Any other questions before we actually go and have an experience of it? Everyone else is okay? All right. And I'm just going to find a list of people here. Okay. All right. So let's just go and do some. So I want you guys to close your eyes. And what we are going to do is we're going to remove a layer of the interference patterns. If you leave your cameras on, it'd be great because then I can see how you're doing. It's up to you though. We're going to clear a layer of the interference patterns at the lower level of the astral plane because these guys are trying to keep you from waking up. They want to keep you stuck. Okay. And by clearing that interference patterns, we can get more connection to the higher self. Get more connection to the higher self, more of its energy flows. It's the beginning of more abundance coming. And it means you can actually you can listen to the higher self more to find out what to do next. Okay. So I need you to close your eyes. And the reason we do that is because the mental body, which is very active, especially if you're from the West, is trying to work out, is it real? What's going on? We don't need you into that. We need you more on the right brain feeling side of yourself. So if you're sitting up, just lean back more to the feminine. So you'll move away from the active mental body. We're not interested in the mental body here. We're interested in more the feeling space. And I'm going to quietly remove, first off, 3 groups of beings. The first lot are earthbound souls. And these are beings who've left a physical body and they're hanging out with you because you have the same energies, same resonance with what they were going through when they're embodied. And they are trying to trigger some of the same feelings in you that they went through when they were embodied. So we're going to get rid of these guys now. So I'm going to do this quietly now. Just want you to feel what's going on in your body, on your body, and outside your body. Just open your mouth a little bit and breathe in. Don't breathe through the nose because that means that's ego trying to not feel. Breathing through the body, deep into the body is how you can feel what's going on. That's the fuel for the whole thing. Here we go. Let's sort these guys out. Feel the energetic shift. We thank the angels for help and assistance with this. And now we're going to work with extraterrestrial beings who are very curious about how our emotions work. Nothing to worry about. They're just curious and they're observing us. Because a lot of them have gone down the left brain route, very scientific route of trying to enhance themselves, but some of them have lost their emotional bodies. And you need an emotional body because you need love to ascend. And they've sort of figured that out. And if we don't get this sorted out, reactivate our emotional bodies, then we will become extinct, because as we ascend back to God, races have to go do it with love. So I'm going to clear some of these guys out now. They feel the shift and just feel gratitude for that. These guys leaving. And now we're going to release discarnates into entities and attachments, like those little guys and you see in Ghostbusters, the original movie. So I'm going to let those guys go now. It's a lot of them, a lot of different types. I'm going to clear them with a silent command code. The feel the shift as they're being removed now. They've been taken up to the light. Just making sure they don't come back. I've got my physical paper manual here as well. All right. Okay, so we've cleared the interference, which will make the next bit a bit easier. Yeah. So, all right. So what I want you guys to do now is that I want you guys to focus on what you really need now. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. What you really need in your life now. Okay. The ego will try and figure out how to do it. And if it feels it can't do it, it'll say, oh, you can't have that. But you can. And close your eyes and create the sense, the picture, as if it's already done. See, don't think about, I need to make this happen. Think about it as it's already there. Okay. It's a done deal. When you get clear and focused on that, then the universe will start to rearrange around that pattern and start to manifest it. But the other thing that will also happen is ego will go, oh, we don't want you to do that. It will start to trigger the programs in the ego, which actually have been blocking you manifesting what you desire. So just feel in your heart what that is. Okay, it could be you stepping in, you could be stepping into the life you really desire. Okay. It could be clarity on your mission. It could be companionship. It could be the flow of money, whatever it is, or could just be clarity on mission, whatever it is for you. Okay. It could be getting clear or just delivering your gift of service to the world if you've got clarity on that. If you haven't got clarity, it could be just clarity on what actually it is. Okay. So I want you to breathe into that reality with your eyes closed. And feel it in your heart. The heart is 50,000 times more powerful than the mind in manifesting things. So focus on it as if it's already done. Imagine it's all occurred, and how do you feel? What does your life feel and look like? And breathe that into your heart. Create that energy field of manifestation. Keep breathing in and out of your mouth. Make it real. Don't hold back. The more that you can imagine that's in resonance with you, that your soul wishes to create via you, the more likely it's going to happen eventually. Now also become aware of whatever programs are being triggered by this manifestation. The ego is going, whoa, you can't have this, whatever it's doing, and be okay with them as well. Just be present with whatever comes up. Some of it may be very negative. Some may be surprising what comes up. Okay, some may be quite joyful, or some mixture. What we're doing, people, is we're actually ambushing the ego. We're forcing it to show its hand. We're forcing it to show its unconscious programming, which has been blocking whatever you want it to create. Keep breathing into that. Breathe your awareness into whatever negative emotions or feelings have come up. Okay? This is a really important bit now. And the more you can feel this, the deeper the clearing and the closer you're going to get to what you wish to manifest. Okay? So we're sort of fooling the ego here, really. That's what we're actually doing. We'll do that for a little while and just feel all the nuances. You know, we're not used to actually feeling the negative programs. And keeping your eyes closed is very important because the mind when the eyes open, the mind takes control. And therefore we lose the feeling of what's really going on here. I'm just pulling up the Divine Healing 1 manual here. Okay. So we're going to do in Divine Healing, there's 26 charts we use, which are channeled by Mary, Rashan, and Amira. And we're going to do a chart called Main Low Frequency Programs. Okay, because that's what's being triggered at the moment by breathing into the reality what you wish to create. So we're dealing with main low frequency programs here. Okay. And just become aware of whatever programs come up, how it operates in your life. This is the bringing consciousness to it. Feel how it operates in your life. See, feel it. See what emotions are connected. Some of them may not be very comfortable, and that's fine. It's a good sign. That means you're getting access to them. Keep breathing through your mouth. Be aware if your ego tries to take you back to nose breathing because it doesn't want you to feel it. Become aware of where they sit in your body. Get a sense of when this started. It could be early in this lifetime. You might be aware of a past life. Might be from another dimension. Just it'll be subtle, but get a sense of where it comes from. Make yourself open to all aspects of this feeling. Are you attached to it? It's fine to be attached to it. We usually are. Do you feel bad for having it? Just the awareness of that is enough to start to loosen the program. Do you judge yourself for having it? Most of us do. We're not even aware of our ego judging itself. Ooh, bad light worker. Should have got overcome that by now. But it just is what it is. And the more you can open to it, the more it can integrate and heal. Okay, so I'm going to read this command code out to you in bite-sized chunks. I want you to repeat it after me. So everyone switch your microphones on, because then you're going to feel the energetic support of the whole group doing this. It's very powerful. Okay. All right. So we're doing this together. Okay. We're all programmed to do it all by ourselves as light workers, just in case we don't meet anyone like ourselves. But together, we're very powerful. And there's a lot of us here today. 13 of us. It's an interesting number. Okay. 14 of us. So when you say these words, say them as if you mean them. It's not just a glib statement. It's you are commanding the universe, because you are the spark of the divine. You're the spark of the creator, commanding the universe. And the more you feel that, the more you trust that, the more powerful the effect of clearing these programs, blocking the flow, okay, of abundance in this case. So repeat after me. All together now. We command Saint Germain
We
We
command
Saint Germain
to pour the purple flame
to pour the purple
the purple flame
through the aura
Through the
through the aura
aura
and subtle bodies,
and subtle body,
through bodies,
burn away
to burn away
all low frequency programs, all low frequency
all low,
energy
all low
all
energies
energies
programs
that we have discovered,
that we
we
have
have
discovered,
discovered,
so that new higher level vibrations
so that new
so
high
that
level
new
vibrations
level vibrations
can be accessed, accepted, and encoded.
can be
can be
accepted
accepted and encoded.
Okay, so a little pause there. We allow Saint Germain to do the business there and make that happen. You may feel the energy being sort of quite busy. Now, Saint Germain and higher self,
Saint Germain,
Saint
Germain
Germain and higher self,
please burn out in one go.
please burn out
Burn
and
out
go
in one go.
100% the core issue
100% the issue
through all levels and dimensions.
through all levels
Levels and dimensions.
Little pause for that to happen there. Remember to really mean what you say here. 100% the original cause
100% the original cause
through all levels and dimensions.
all levels and
Dimensions.
Little pause there. 100% the source of its power
100%
of its
power
through all levels and dimensions.
through
all levels.
I'll pause there. So basically, we're erasing the hard disk of all these parts of this program. 100% all energy attached
100%
all
energy
energy attached
through all levels and dimensions.
Through all levels and
Dimensions.
100% all of its effects
100%
All
of its
its
effects of
through all
all
levels and dimensions.
levels and
levels and
dimensions.
dimensions.
We just pause there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the thank you is very powerful because we're expressing gratitude. And what gratitude does, when we really mean it, our heart opens to it. What it really does is it basically opens up a direct channel from us to source. And so it bypasses a lot of the programming, stopping things coming to us. So if we were to express gratitude every day, genuinely, for all of the good things that have happened, things open up, magic starts to happen. Okay, so that's why we say we have to have a little pause to allow the programming to clear, then we express our gratitude. Okay. So just trying to find the present. Just trying to find my manual again. Here it is. Then feel the shift. Feel the energy shift. Yeah, okay. So we just wait a little bit just for that to happen. I'm going to have a drink while you just process that. And this is one of the 26 charts in Divine Healing 1. So we first diagnosed the program, and there's a whole bunch of programs here we could have used, but you already felt it. Okay. And you feel the program, see what feelings come up, find out where it came from. This is called original time. Open to the feeling, become aware of how you're attached to it, feeling bad about it, how you judge it. This is all locking it in. And drop your feeling right into it. And when we feel that feeling as much as we can, we do these command codes, and each chart is different. It's got different issues. Then that cleans it out, and it's as if it's gone, as if it's never been there a lot of the time. Okay. So next bit. All right. So staying focused on what you need. Okay, that you were focusing on what you need earlier on. Okay, we're going to do the next chart. And divine healing is consistent. A divine healing session is consists of many different charts in the actual manual of level 2. And the higher self guides you as to which ones to actually use, which is what we teach you in the training. Okay, there's 26 charts here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a past life chart. Because a lot of what we go through comes from past lives. We're going to actually do a variation on what's called past life death chart. And rather than clear the past life deaths, we're going to clear anything traumatic in past lives that's blocking the manifestation of that need, which has come up from the soul. Okay. So rather than traumatic deaths, we're going to change it to traumatic lifetimes. And divine healing is all about intention. Whatever you focus on grows, and your higher self is very sensitive to what your intention is here. And your intention in this case is to get that need met and to clear the programs from the way. So breathing into that need you have, become aware of any past lives. I mean, you may see them as tendrils of energy moving back in the time-space continuum behind them. You may feel files open in your energy fields and beings associated with it, like past life discarnates, appear, or associated with you and your soul into a different personality in another lifetime. And they've turned up, these beings, to help clear it and have the files cleared in those past life programs. So breathe into that need, because our intention is to clear the past lives blocking it. We're manifesting. Okay. And as those past life files open, you can feel them and aware of them. We're going to clear them now in bite-sized chunks. Here we go. Repeat after me. Microphone's on. Higher self.
Higher self.
Higher self.
Yourself.
Please clear, heal, and integrate
Please clear,
Heal and integrate
all these files and memories,
all these
all these files and memories,
including all cellular
Cellular
memories,
including
all cellular memories,
the DNA and the subatomic levels.
the DNA
and the
subatomic
subatomic
levels.
I am now ready to heal.
I am now ready to
I'm now ready
you
to
all
heal
traumatic.
All traumatic lifetimes
all
traumatic
traumatic
lifetimes,
All levels,
at
dimensions,
all levels and dimensions,
at all levels and
all levels
dimensions,
and dimensions,
all time frames,
all time frames,
time frame,
realities, and universes.
realities
and universe.
Okay, we're going to pause there. Well, that's going to start to leave. You may feel energy moving around. Okay. Okay. I command that any soul fragments
Command that
I
any soul
any
Command that
fragment
any soul fragments
held with these memories
And
held
with
with
these
these
with
memories
these memories
are now returned to me,
now
now
return to me,
return to me,
fully whole and intact,
fully
whole
whole
and
and
intact.
intact,
as appropriate.
as appropriate.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
I welcome
welcome these soul
Fragments back.
fragments back.
We just pause there, we'll let that stuff go. So stuff which fragments, soul fragments which don't belong to us are going back to wherever we got them from, and parts of us are being returned to us. Okay. Next one. I command
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 that the whole holographic matrix
Holographic matrix
be repaired
be repaired
repaired
through all layers and levels,
through all layers and levels,
and then brought into full alignment,
and
and then brought into alignment,
balance.
integration,
Now,
and balance
integration
and
and
balance,
balance
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
wholeness to emerge.
So you might be wondering what the holographic matrix is. It's you, your energy fields, and the whole entire bubble of subjective reality that you're creating with your own energies with the soul contract. It's your bubble of reality. And everyone has a unique one. Even if they're in the same space, they could be experiencing something quite different. Okay, because we're basically dismantling a program within our holographic matrix. So we got to, something got removed or shifted, so we have to repair it, return it to 100% integrity. Thank you.
Thank you.
Embrace the shift. Okay, just breathe into that. Just be aware of the shifts. A little pause to integrate that. Yeah. So we've been dismantling layers of the ego. And so when we do these deep clearing charts, we also have to integrate the effect on the ego, because we can't keep doing lots of them because it can destabilize us. So what we do is what's called an integration chart. In this case, we're going to use energetic nutrition. And what do I mean by that? It's based upon the understanding that all things physical have an origin in spirit. And so nutrition has a particular vibrational frequency. So rather than taking the physical nutrition, we're actually just going to call upon the higher self to deliver us the frequency. Okay. This is how breatharians function. Yeah, they live off high frequency energies. And so we have 4 different sets of nutrition we work with in Divine Healing 1. And they are amino acids, there's 26 of them. Essential fatty acids, there's 20 of those guys. Okay. And then we have minerals, 22 of those, and vitamins, 27 of those. And they've been numbered, been labeled A, B, C, and D. Okay. So we're going to do something called number mapping. So what does that mean? We're basically, in Divine Healing, we open to the higher self, and it knows exactly what's in here. It knows exactly how you were built. And so I'm going to ask you shortly to pick a number 1 to 4. And so it's going to pick the piece of nutrition that you need. So A is 1, B is 2, because it's easier to number map than letter map. Okay, C is 3, and D is 4. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to pick a number 1 to 4. Have your eyes closed, and whatever number comes to you first is the correct answer. Anything after that is just the ego messing around with you. Then I want you to write it down. Okay. So close your eyes, lean back into the more of the feminine. Okay. Eyes closed is really important here. Otherwise, the mind's going to say, is this real? Is this real? That's what it does. We're not interested in what the mind's doing. Okay? It gets things wrong half the time, which are not good odds for living a joyous life. Pick a number 1 to 4 and write it down. First one that came, that's the correct one. If you got 1, that means that your soul or higher self wants to infuse an amino acid. So the question is, which one of them is that? There's 26 of these guys. So we do the same thing again. Those who got 1, pick a number 1 to 26. Write that down. Write down the amino acid. I got a 10. It could be guanidine. And that'll be your frequency, your unique frequency you need. We do a lot of number mapping in divine healing. So if you got 2, it means your higher self wants you to infuse essential fatty acids. So there's 20 of these guys. So close your eyes. Those who got 2, I'm going to pick your essential fatty acids. Okay. Pick a number 1 to 20. Write it down. I got arachidic acid in that case. So what we're actually doing is nothing for us to figure out in divine healing. We've just got to surrender to the higher self. It'll guide us to dismantle our ego, depending on our intention. It's actually quite simple, really. The main thing with divine healing is surrendering and trusting your higher self. So if you go to 3, your higher self wants to infuse minerals, and there are 22 of those guys. So close your eyes and pick a number 1 to 22 and write that down and note down what it is. Say it's 10. It'll be molybdenum. Those who got 4, which are vitamins, there's 27 of these guys. Okay, close your eyes, lean back, and pick a number 1 to 27 and write the first one that came to you down. So now you've got your mineral. Okay. Okay. So and then together, microphones on, we're going to do this command code here. And what will happen is that you're here, and you may feel, if you're sensitive, a frequency coming down vertically into your crown chakra, and it's going to go right down your pranic tube. Yeah, and it's going to propagate radially sideways into your entire system. And that frequency will balance you up from all the clearing of the main low frequency program chart in the past life chart. Everyone together now. Higher self.
Higher self.
Please encode this nutrient
Please encode this nutrient
in the perfect balance
in the perfect balance
that is required
that is required
and clear and align
and clear and align
pathways
all pathways
for maximum assimilation,
for maximum assimilation,
absorption, and utilization.
and utilization.
So let it go in. Your body might want to move around. You might want to yawn. It's okay. You might want to burp. Just the energy shifting. I don't really want to yawn. Oh, it's okay. Just releasing energy. Feel the shift. And we say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So divine healing sessions are normally 1.5 to 2 hours. And basically, you go through the different charts under the guidance of the higher self. And it will work out a unique sequence depending on the issue that you bring to empower yourself, which is what this is about. Okay? Because most of us feel like the matrix is doing stuff to us. Okay, and what this high dimensional technology does is it allows you to take charge and transform the programming, which are creating some of the things you don't want in your life. So then you can start creating the things you do want, the desires you have. They come deep from the soul. But all the programming that we're working through is part of our learning to actually get there. We become stronger, more knowledgeable by going from the journey of a program we don't want. Could be, for example, negative program of disempowerment, moving to a program of empowerment through life. So it's the journey. Divine healing takes you on the journey from the negative polarity of a program to the positive gift of the program, the gift of service. Okay. And because we've had to work at this and learn it, and work sometimes pretty hard on this stuff, we then respect what we've achieved and then we use it wisely. Okay. You just don't get dropped on earth with everything up and running. You have to go through the learning of what it is to be human and how to come positively into that program. So as you can see, this is the 26 charts. We have a bunch of them here, things which can be cleared. Okay, so in a session, you use a subset of these. You might do 4 or 5, 6 of these charts in a session, and the higher self guides you. So we have like infusing the frequencies of Bach and Bailey flower essences. Very strong. Strongest chart is key psychological conflicts. Okay, where we have what are called psychological reversals, which create havoc in our life when we clear those. We did main level frequency programs. We did past life clearing, but you learn about past life deaths and the training. Hidden subconscious ego agendas. These are things we aren't aware of, but they're creating some of the low frequency programs that we have. God consciousness chart, how we separate from God. That can often be the whole formative programming that creates everything in our life. Fears and phobias are self-explanatory. How we hydrate ourselves so we can feel the program in ourselves. That's where it's hidden. I did the interference chart at the beginning, so you could get clearer number mapping, judgments and beliefs we have about ourselves. We just did nutrition. Original time tells us where the programs come from, because we can target where it comes from, we can clear it more deeply. Repairing and cleaning up the subtle bodies, blocks to positive living, ego sabotages. This is very deeply hidden stuff. You know, some of the stuff that keeps getting sabotaged, we can actually get to what the ego is doing and clean it out. Traumas, emotional, physical, mental traumas, universal archetypes, different roles we play here in the matrix. Vaccines and toxins. Vaccines all have a particular frequency that affects us. We can clear that out. Finding out a diagnostic chart, where the issue is in the body. Energetic symbols, which are very left-brained, or right-brained actually, that bypasses the mind. Yin and yang polarity balancing the male and female us. In short command codes called Zapper codes. Okay, so it's quite comprehensive. And when you learn this, we spend 4 days online on Zoom learning all these. And basically I do what we just did today. I explain how a chart works. I would do it on the whole group if it's a simple chart. If it's not such a simple one, we demonstrate on a guinea pig in the class. Everyone gets a turn usually. And then what we do is that we go off into Zoom breakout rooms. For those of you not familiar with those, they are private virtual spaces where you and your partner you choose, and you always pick the right person because they're going to help you. They're going to often mirror to you issues which you can't fully see, and you give and receive the chart to each other for a fixed duration. Okay, one gives, other receives, and you learn both from giving and receiving. Then you swap over, and then we come around. The teaching team and assistant team come around incognito with mics and videos off to check you're okay. You can always put your digital hand up if you want help, or we'll come in if something's going astray and help you out. And so basically we follow the spiritual signature, which is in each moment is one right action that opens the heart. So we follow in that spiritual signature by you're bonded together as a synergistic entity, as an overall group consciousness. And we will just move through the different charts in a particularly unique order. It's different for every training. And basically you get a mass intensive healing in the process of learning the work. So, but eventually we will, after 4 days, get through them all. And you'll come out pretty squeaky clean compared to when you started. Okay? And then you have a tool you can use on yourself. You can clear about 80% of your ego issues by yourself with the system, even the level 1. The other 20% usually need someone else in the class to hold the emotional space, because if you're clearing a core ego construct, sometimes it can be hard to hold space for yourself and clear it. And then you can also use it on other people if you want to use it as in your therapy practice. Okay, that's how we actually run the training. So just talking a bit more about that. I'm just talking about this so you have a bit of time to integrate what we've just done. Okay, so the training is run over 4 days. The next one, we run it in spring and autumn. It's 13th to 16th of March, 12:30 to 8:30 p.m. UK, 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific Time, because the latest I can teach you is 8:30 UK, and that goes up to 9:30 p.m. in Europe. And so we do 4 1.5-hour sessions approximately, with 2 20-minute breaks and 1 meal break on the 3rd break. So you get time to have a break. And then we do that 4 days in a row. So you're in a healing bubble, very powerful 5th dimensional love healing bubble for 4 days. And you're in the 5th dimension effectively. You're outside the matrix. Then you pop out of the bubble at the end, much clearer and cleaner. Okay. And it takes a little while to integrate. It takes quite a few days to integrate the new you. But then you'll be a lot clearer. And then, and because you're clearer, more abundance will flow. Okay. It depends on you. It depends how much clearing you actually have to do. It's not going to be infinite abundance immediately. It takes time. But you have a tool. So as you focus, as we did in the process, on what you truly need, and you trigger the programs, you have a tool now that can keep clearing it, so you can actually manifest that need a lot faster. Okay. So most of us focus on what we don't like in our lives. And because of that, the law of attraction will then create more of it. We usually create 2 or 3 times more than we need. But if we switch our focus to what we actually truly desire, what our true need is to serve or deliver our gift of service, in this case, we actually starve the ego of trying to create all the negative stuff. And it's not about denying the negative stuff, it's focusing on where we want to go. And then divine healing cuts the pathway through the ego programs that will pop the head up in your feeling consciousness. You just keep clearing them out. Then you start to notice things start to manifest for you. Okay. So it takes time. I went from barely only living for many years in London to actually, Connie was there when I first started in the 90s. So, and to having a global teaching business now. It's taken a long time, but this has been the major tool for me to get clear enough. My main learning about myself so I could help others. So if you want to find out more, go to the divinehealingtraining.com. The full fee is £571, about $685 approximately. And the deposit, which is included within this, if you want to secure your place, we're running on the 13th to 16th of March, is £193 or $235 approximately. And if you just want a session, just go to freeupyourlife@divinehealing.com if you want to go deeper. But if you're serious about it, it's actually better value to come on the training, because it's equivalent to about 5.5 hours of sessions. Okay. Then you can clear 80% of your stuff yourself and just occasionally have a session with someone else in the class. Just do swaps. So that's actually the better value option, really, if you're serious about getting clear. But it's whatever feels right to you with us. So, okay. So any questions, people? Hopefully that's given you a direct experience of this. So you've had I've explained it, but you felt it. That's the main thing. Jenny, does that give you a better feel?
Yeah, it does. I think I have a little resistance with sensing energies and shifts. So when you were saying, oh, feel the shift, I didn't really feel anything, but that's maybe my resistance or problem. But I did have a an underlying belief or like a past life thing. So I am good with that. But yeah, it helped, and I could see the change in that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So our ego will have lots of ways of trying to stop us feeling. I used to feel nothing for very most of my life, but now I teach these touchy-feely workshops, mainly to women. It's really interesting. I could feel nothing about the first 40, 50 years of my life because I was so numbed out from the trauma of childhood. So it means just that your ego is trying to stop something, but it'll if you work on it, it'll gradually start to feel stuff. Monica.
For me, I can feel the shift totally, and I'm so grateful for being here and with so much honor. Thank you. For me, it was a trauma for past lives. What is stopping me? It was like I can move, I can go, I can do it. It was like absolutely auto-sabotage.
It was what? It was
Auto-sabotage.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else want to go on?
Also, for the training, I would love, to be honest, to take it, but I will be in Sedona for those days for an event. But I don't know if you will have more days open in the next future coming. I mean, it's absolutely, this is like change life.
Okay.
I can take. I have been passing for many healings, different kind of modalities, which I really grateful also. But this is like another like level that I need to release in my, because I have been like peeling the onion.
Yeah.
Like,
let me find the autumn dates for you, so you can. Let me just find them for you. Just give me a minute. I'll look on my calendar.
I also have some questions.
Yeah, just a sec. So the next one after this is the 3rd to the 6th of October. Okay.
Can I? I've also got some questions, Nicolas.
Yeah, no, I heard.
I've been living in such a constant state of anxiety, which is what put me to bed, that I don't know if I've felt a shift or whatever. But my question is, what if you don't know what the service is that you're meant to give?
Well, then just focus on getting clarity on that.
I'm sorry?
Focus on getting clarity on what it is. So you do the one thing just before that, okay? And if you're clear enough for the ego, then you may get clearer on the service.
Is it possible that the service that you're meant to give changes over the years?
It can evolve, yeah. It can evolve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. I look at your soul contract as well, Connie, probably, to see what resonates in that. Alexandra.
Hi, I have a question. So, I don't know who is Saint Germain and why are we using him? I just want to get something clear in my head.
So Saint Germain, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah. He is an ascended master who's been helping humanity for many thousands of years to ascend, to move from being stuck in the 3rd dimension back up the high dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very high frequency conscious master who's helping us.
And normally when we do this kind of healings, do we always need to use him, or?
He's specifically set up for the main low frequency program chart, but the other charts use other beings, angels, other masters, the higher self.
Yeah, because I don't resonate with how shall I say it? Like with third parties. So for me, it needs to have like link directly to the source. So I don't really resonate with connecting with other beings or entities or angels or something like this.
Well, ultimately, they are acting on behalf of Source, and the way this is put together. So they all assemble all these. They assembled on behalf of Source, all the system. So it's a matter of what resonates with you. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't resonate. Okay. So we're not here to change people's belief systems, but we don't have to believe in them for it to work. Okay, it works anyway.
Are we using any like sort of a symbols or something like that?
Yeah, we work with symbols. There are symbols as well we work with. Yeah.
Because I know most of these things are related to Reiki. So I just want to see if it's something similar to Reiki.
This is not Reiki at all. Reiki is one particular discipline, okay, using particular sacred symbols. This is using a whole range of different sources of energy through from the higher dimensions to help us awaken. So it's not Reiki at all.
Yeah, I wanted to make this clear. So thank you so much. And definitely I felt the surge of energy. I mean, I completely felt it physically in my body during the session.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions or feedback from the experience from anybody? You guys in the attendee room, do you want to say anything or put it in the chat if you've got any feedback?
I do have a question.
Jenny?
Yeah, so you said, can you repeat? I can't attend this time because I have a training at the same time. So you said that we need to take level 1 and 2 to be able to hold space for other people, like to do the healing for other people. I'll help women who has fertility issues, and I would love to do this for them. So is it 2 trainings, level 1 and level 2, to be able to facilitate this?
You mean to do sessions on people?
Yes.
You can do sessions straight after level 1. Yeah, you don't need level 2 to do it. Level 2 just takes it another level. This one, level 1's about empowerment. So you realize I can change my reality by changing my programs. And level 2 is about clearing low frequency programs in the body that prevent the high frequencies of spirit coming in. Level 2 is a quantum leap beyond this, but you don't need level 2 to be able to work on people. You can work with a bit of practice on other classmates. You can work on people pretty much straight away after the training.
Okay. Second question, is it a requirement to have gone through the soul contract practitioner training too?
No, you can come straight into this. You don't need to have done that first. We just talk about it because some of the guys mentioned it, so I'm just helping them out and understanding, because they have an understanding of it. Basically, the 2 therapies work together. The soul contract gives the spiritual map of a client's life, so you can understand what is creating what's presenting with the symptoms. So when you understand that, you can go much deeper with the divine healing. And soul contract lays out a particular pathway of experience in life, and divine healing clears that pathway of the ego blocks to traveling down that path. That's how they work together. So a lot of our practitioners do both because they need to have the map, and the client loves the map as well because they realize, there's a 3 of unworthiness, so let's go and clear that. So it means the client owns their issues much more easily because they know it's true. So you get a lot less ego resistance when the client understands their soul contract. So it makes the progress a lot faster.
Okay. And last question, how many healings does someone needs, or is it like a constant thing that they need healing and healing and healing, or do you have any experience of that?
It's not really a fixed number. It's just depends how they're built. Every person's different. So it's a matter of, we just say to people, the session just come when you're ready. Okay. We say no more than one a week because you need time to integrate. But what happens with clients with this, you get a lot of repeat business when they realize how powerful this is. They come back for more. So they come when they're ready. Because different processes take different time to integrate. And then they gradually progress. But they make a lot faster progress than if they didn't have it with this technology.
Okay, and is it more powerful on a group setting like we are doing right now, or like a one-on-one? I see that Antonia and someone else is doing like one-on-ones. What is it more powerful?
Well, one-on-ones enable you to focus, very laser focus on very specific issues for that client. With a group setting like this, I can do charts more generally on an overall common group issue. But if you have 100 people working on a common issue, it's very strong for everyone because the whole group consciousness amplifies it. Okay. But you can't be so specific for an individual needs on a group setting. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope some of our people do groups, on their clients. They have, they have themes they put out. Okay, this week we're going to do lack of trust or worthiness, and the people who are interested in that will turn up, and they'll get a deeper clearing than if they came just one-on-one, because there's a whole bunch of people doing the same thing. That's why we do it in groups, or some of the practitioners do it in groups to have more of an impact.
Yeah, that's what Galiana does. She's one
Yeah.
of your students. Yeah.
Yeah, groups are very strong. Alexandra, you got another question? You still got your hand up? Or
No, we just stayed like that. Sorry.
and put it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other feedback from that experience or questions, anyone? Before we close. We're okay. So we're done, people. That's it. Okay.
To
Monica.
book the one-on-one is from where can I start? Because I would like to continue. So if I cannot take the course on March, can I starting with the sessions one-on-one?
Yeah, you can start with a session, Monica. I'll just call up
because I feel the call to do it.
Yeah.
Even before to taking this healing right now, I feel the call. So I just wanna keep going.
Yeah, just go free up your life with divinehealing.com, and that'll take you to our website.
Okay.
And, you can book in a session there. It'll be with probably with Antonia, our training coordinator. She's very good at it. She's very passionate about it.
Okay. I received my soul reading from her.
Yeah. So she can do the session for you. Okay.
Okay.
I mainly teach now. I don't really do many sessions at all. I do a few soul contract readings, and that's about it. So whatever you feel drawn to, just follow what opens your heart, and the soul will guide you on the journey. Okay.
Thank you. I checked on the website that it was the package. It was many sessions. Is that what I'm looking for? It's the light. I don't know how you call it. I forgot.
Let me open up the page on the website and show you. Hang on. Let me just open that and you can see. Okay, so let me share it. So free up your life with divinehealing.com will take you to the following page. This is the home page, but it will take you to set the sessions here, to divine healing sessions here.
It's a light body. No, it was the light body integration session.
Well, that's different. That's different altogether.
That's what I feel the call.
Okay, well then in that case, go to this one. Light body is about removing the programs, beings, and structures that create the sense that you're separate from Mother, Father, God. So you can book a session here. Okay.
Okay.
Just click on that and book a session there, and Gabriel will look after you. Okay.
Is that for what? I'm sorry, I couldn't.
It's for what?
I couldn't hear what you say.
So Gabriel, he does the sessions, the light body sessions. Okay. All right. Okay, so if you're drawn to that, then you got to go to what you're drawn to, because your soul's directing you. Each of us has our own unique way of waking up, and this is what your soul's attracted to. So that's the best one to go for.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right. Anything else, anybody, before we go? No? Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see some of you on the training sometime, or whatever works for you. And video should be out in the next few days. Okay. And drink some water. Take it easy now after this, because it's quite strong working in a group. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Thank you.